Alright guys, welcome back to Soai. Super excited today because we're heading into Brooklyn, and you guys know we're doing 100 Jamaican / Caribbean restaurants here in New York. So I started out the very first video doing a local patty shop in the Bronx. And as much as I loved the patties there, I think it was a great testament to bring in a part of our culture, you know, in a place that it was very much needed. It's not quite the same as the original Jamaican patty. Now you guys know for the past couple of weeks, Juici has been opened up in Brooklyn. They're going to be coming over to the Bronx as well, but Brooklyn has been opened up, and it's been going sold out day after day. They're not even open on a Tuesday, I believe. They close at 3 o'clock. It's amazing. I think right now it's a milestone achievement for our culture. Patty is the real original thing, making it here into New York. So as you guys can see, I'm on the train today. I'm not on my e-bike. I kind of wonder if trains are one of the safest ways to travel around New York. I'm not quite sure. But a lot of you guys were concerned about my safety on the e-bike. Like, what happens if I got injured? So hear this. I finally got a helmet. Yes, after everyone in the comments roasted me into safety. And while I do feel like a superhero on wheels now, I still ride like I'm dodging banana peels carting around New York. Because let's be real, biking around New York City is not for the faint of heart. Negligent drivers are practically a local species. It happened to my neighbor actually. He got clipped by a car and all he said was,
"Yeah, I just tossed my scooter in the closet and took the out."
Why? He didn't have the money to go after the driver. And that's where Morgan & Morgan comes in. When insurance companies hit you with the
"Here's $50 and a pack of gum"
type of settlement, Morgan & Morgan is for the people. And the best part, you don't pay unless they win. They are the biggest injury law firm across the United States with over 1,000 attorneys in all 50 states. Oh, and just in case if you're wondering if they're legit, they recently won $12 million in Florida. That's 34 times the top insurance offer, and 26 million in Philly. That's 40 times the top insurance offer. So yeah, they don't play. If you ever get seriously injured, your case could be worth millions. And you're only a few clicks away from changing your life. It's really easy. You can start your claim now with Morgan & Morgan with my special link, which is www.forthepeople.com/soy. Found in my description box or by scanning the code that you can find on the screen using your cell phone. All right, so I made it into Brooklyn safely. So you guys reached out to me and said, hey, I want you to go to Juici. It's open, go there. And most persons were concerned about the consistency. Because let's be real, if you are a Jamaican and you've had a Jamaican patty in Jamaica, especially from Juici Beef, you know that it's good. You know what it's like already. But like, how did the patty even get here? Is it that they shipped the frozen patties? Is it the same ingredients? We know ingredients tend to change when there's some form of shipping. You know, the temperature changes, a bunch of stuff. I don't know how they did it, to be fair. But one thing I can tell you, the moment I walked up those stairs here on Fulton from the subway and I saw the sign, the smell of the patties hit me. You know, patties has a very distinct smell, like the crust. It smells warm, it smells buttery, and that smells exactly the same so far like back home. So there we can see the sign there. I'm super excited to go. I'm glad that I came about 2 weeks after opening. I'm not gonna be the first to have one of their patties, but I'm certain the first to have the batch of 100,000. Yo, they probably sold like probably 20,000 patties already. But yeah, we're gonna head over there. There's a line inside, but there's not the long line from the outside. I came on a Tuesday. It is now minutes after 11 o'clock. So bear that in mind. You know, the crowds might be different whenever you decide to come here. All right, let's get into the experience. I'm super excited. Yo, a second ago when I started recording, there wasn't a line. Now there's a line. Now there's easily probably about 10 persons ahead of me. But there's that. Couple things that I like so far is that I love that they have started off with a focus on just the patties, not with the whole big old menu or whatever. Just give it a pat to them. That's what we're here for. So they're starting out with the patties specifically. I'm kind of wondering what the atmosphere is going to be like for because here in New York I've noticed that most of the bodegas or corner shops, they typically have patties being sold. But with this place here, like I don't see the point of actually buying a patty from anywhere that's close enough. Oh man. Trying to smell. I'm not smelling that smell that I was smelling before, but I can't wait to get inside. And the line is moving right now. Oh my gosh. You know what's messed up? I used to walk this block. I'm good? I used to walk this block all the time. And it's after I decided to leave Brooklyn, that is when I decided to open the patty shop here. Oh my gosh, man. But in here, it looks great. You can see the patty them in the convection ovens, and there's a bunch of patties at that. A lot of patties in there. It's probably easy like 100 patties in both those ovens. Wow, and the menu, like I said, is just small. My order today will be simple. I'm getting there a double patty because I prefer eating patties by themselves without the cocoa bread, and I still think Kingston bread will have the best cocoa bread. Sad to say, but yeah, that's $10, $9.99, 2 patties and a drink. Yo, I'm excited, bro. Yo. This is stupid. But for the bottle drink, it's a plastic bottle drink? Yeah. Yeah, so I ordered you could get the fountain or the plastic bottle drink, so that's what I got. I don't even know. Is it this one? Okay, cool. All right, so super exciting. So they work with I guess a loyalty system, or not a loyalty, an honesty system. So once you buy your food, you go take the drink out. I was a little bit confused if I'm able to take out the bottle soda or the glass bottle or the plastic bottle soda. It doesn't matter which one. All right. Oh, and it's a twist top as well. Let's go. First thing, we're gonna have our D&G soda, pretty common here in America. Well, let's say New York. Just full with a lot of Caribbean support. Brooklyn, the Bronx, especially Queens. All right, it's a soda. Tastes good. This is what we'll come for. A patty. So, yeah. I haven't even taken a bite yet, so I don't know.
Oh, it's your first time too?
In Jamaica, we have it all the time, but first time here.
They got stores in Jamaica?
What? This is like one of the best patties in Jamaica. All the other patties around New York, they're trying to copy these. They're trying to, but it's not the same. This is the original stuff, man.
This is my first time going in there. Every time I pass the line is crazy, brother.
You're gonna be back.
Okay.
I promise you're gonna be back. Everybody else's imitation.
All right, brother.
All right.
Where you from in Jamaica?
Kingston.
Jamaica.
Kingston.
Yeah. All right, peace, brother.
So I'm glad he asked me that question. It's an important thing to add, because a lot of Americans, especially the ones in New York, they grew up on Golden Crust. They grew up on the bodega patties. Black American. They grew up on the patties from the bodegas and stuff. So for them, that is what they consider a good patty. I've actually even seen in comments on their Juici where some people are like, oh, they prefer the ones from New York. That's what they got acclimatized to. But this is the epitome of what a patty is supposed to be. The crust is always what it is. Flaky, buttery, the color is good, the smell of it is good. I can't really say I've had like that smell from the other patty shops in terms of the crust. This crust has a specific smell that is just very welcoming and inviting. And the meat on the inside is just, anyway, man. Ooh. Look at that. You can see the crust on this thing. It's all right. So let's dig right into this patty. Let's take a look at the meat on the inside. I'm sorry I'm taking this long. All right, let's start on the crust. Tastes exactly like you would back home. Same exact thing. You haven't missed a beat there. Still, I could easily say the crust here is miles ahead of everybody else. No other company here makes the crust just as good. And now the meat on the inside. It's juicy. Same flavors. So I did order, they have the mild and the spicy version. I think the spicy version is this one, I don't know, it's just a little bit hotter than the one that I would have in Jamaica. Because in Jamaica, our patties, we don't consider it to be spicy, it's just like normal heat level. But the consistency of the meat is exactly like I like it. When you squeeze on it, the meat just floats up. Not too thick, not too liquidy. You don't see those weird off-looking flakes that they call fillers. Just dark, ground up beef. This patty was easy to eat. It's really a part of Jamaica, man. Finally. Patty number 2. Flaky. All right, let's get into it. My honest review. And not because it's Jamaican and not because it's one of my favorite patty companies from Jamaica, I'm gonna go into this, oh my God, like everybody else. I just don't do content like that. I try to be as honest as possible. This patty kind of met the expectation of that I had. So this patty, for me, my experience today, it tastes like a juicy beef patty on their bad day. What do I mean by that? I always talk about when you get a patty, it's supposed to be like piping hot. When I say piping hot, it's just hot. When you put it on your tongue, it burns. It feels like it burns your lips. Like, you guys know that experience? That's what I'm talking about. In my other videos on patties, I did talk about it's so hot that it steams up and you can see that little arch on the patty, and that's when you know the patty is great. These patties that I got today, they weren't per se the hottest. You know, like when you get that hot patty experience. And it could be a number of things. They make all of these patties because they see the lines and they have the expectation. So today I didn't get that, oh my God, super hot patty experience where it's just like it blows your mind. But it's that patty experience when you're back home, when you get a patty and it probably been out for a little bit, but it's still good. That's my experience today. If I were to give it a grade out of 10, I would give it a 10. I have to give it a 10 because they made a big step coming here into New York. Super appreciative. I'm sure there's days when the patties are going to come out super hot, piping hot, and you're going to get that. But that's my experience today. It's a Juici patty on their off day. And if you're from Jamaica, you know exactly what I'm talking about. One of those days where the patty is just not how you would like it. Usually back home, I tell everyone, go to the patty shop like during your lunchtime, because the lunchtime is like the best. The patties are coming out hot because there's a high demand for it, and yeah. All right. They have other patties in there, so I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna see if I can get another patty. I think I saw like a spinach patty. I'll have that one and I'll tell you guys what I think about it. All right, so I got the spinach patty. That's the only thing I don't think we definitely don't have that in Jamaica. The closest thing would be a callaloo patty. Here, a lot of people tell me that vegetable patties are really good, and the ones that I've had are pretty good. So I think this will be their variation of that. People always ask me or talk about customer service in terms of Jamaican restaurants and stuff like that. The customer service in there was pretty good. They were nice and friendly. They remembered my name when I came back in again, so that's pretty cool, even though I have a pretty common name. And the front of house staff, they seemed very big up. They seemed pretty American, so yeah. It would have been nice to see like Jamaican people working in there, like, well, that's a different conversation. But the customer service is good. All right, here we go. The crust on these veg patties are generally different, I notice. It feels crispy like a usual crust, but it's a little bit softer, almost cocoa bread like, but not quite. All right, here goes. So far, crust-wise, in terms of vegetable patty crust, this is the best one I've had. Still very much like a beef patty crust, but still that nice, kind of slightly doughy feel. I like that. It's a really good crust. Wow. The flavor on the spinach is good. If you love spinach, it's actually low-key fire. This is nice. This is good. It's a 10 out of 10 patty. For some reason, this tastes like callaloo. Don't tell me, you know. Because it tastes very much like callaloo. It looks pretty much like callaloo. I mean, it's chopped up, so I can't really tell as much, but it tastes very much like callaloo. I don't know if it's a marketing strategy, because most persons who are not from Caribbean descent will not know what callaloo is. I've never seen or heard of callaloo in any other culture apart from Jamaican culture or Caribbean culture. If you guys know differently, do let me know. But the looks of it is like callaloo, and I can go across the store right now and get me a bunch of callaloo. So I don't know. So off topic, a lot of people have been telling me about Fisherman's Cove. They're like, yo, on your list of 100, please check out Fisherman's Cove. And I kept telling them that, yo, in Brooklyn, where I used to walk the streets here, like I saw Fisherman Cove, but it was closed down. Here where Juici is right now, this used to be Fisherman's Cove, if I'm not lying. Yeah, right across from the 99-cent pizza place. Yeah. So for this Fisherman's Cove, I won't be able to go because it's not here. But I'll probably try to find another one and give you guys a review on that. But this spinach patty is good. Crust and all. All right, so I had all intentions on buying a half a dozen patties and bringing it home. But I'm gonna go off and go check out another restaurant, and I'm a stickler for my patties. I want my patties to be hot and fresh. I want to be able to bring them home and drop them on the freezer so I can reheat them at another time. I think a lot of people are going to be doing this, getting their patties from Brooklyn and bring it over to Manhattan or wherever it is. And that's probably why they're pretty sold out really quickly, because people are taking a bunch of patties and just bring it to them yard. I think it's a smart play, but hopefully it will be in and around all of the boroughs here in New York. All right, you guys should be able to see the line to the left of me there. Yeah, the line is just always there. People are showing a lot of support. And speaking of support, shout out to everyone who copped a Sunday dinner plate. I'm gonna drop the other date for it. It might be in a couple weeks. So if you never watched that video, I am making Sunday plates maybe once or twice per month. Not doing a lot of them, doing probably around 5, even though this go, I'm doing more than 5. But you guys can check out the next one. I'm gonna drop the website. It's soysauce.com, and you guys can put in a pre-order. It's only about 20 bucks, depending on what I'll be making on that Sunday. It will be in the description of the product. Also want to send a big shout out to everybody who always drops their comments and, you know, likes and appreciate the content. You guys realize I try my best to be very honest, very genuine about my reviews. And that's why you realize, like, I get the chance to work with a lot of prominent businesses, because they realize, like, I try to keep it real with you guys. I always want to give you guys the best advice as possible, and I learn from the advice that you guys give to me as well. All right. Someone stopped me on the road a couple weeks back when it was cold, and they told me about a place called Yardman Things. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find it here in Brooklyn today. If not, it probably is gonna be somewhere else. I did also promise you guys I'm gonna be going to a Guyanese restaurant, the one that I have my eye on. They are not open on a Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. They're open on a Wednesday. So I am going to wait until it opens, and I'll definitely drop that content on some Guyanese food. I might do some back-to-back, because we've been checking out quite a bit of Jamaican stuff, and I would really love to try Guyanese food for possibly the first time. All right, guys, this is going to be the end of the video. Thank you so much for the support. Remember these 3 things: love, nature, and adaptation. And always remember to keep the link. And if you checked out that Juici Patties, tell me what your honest opinions were.